You ever feel like you're doing all the right things, but you're still miserable? Like you're trying to be on the path to success, but somehow you're losing yourself in the process? Well, I've definitely been there. And this is the story of how idolizing self-improvement nearly broke me. So back in early 2023, I got super serious about self-improvement. And I discovered Hamza, the king of self-improvement himself, and I dove in head first. At first, it was just about quitting porn, but then came everything else. Making 10K a month, becoming some hyper-masculine leader, reading every nutrition label, eliminating seed oils, completely cutting out alcohol, rebuilding my wardrobe with 100% cotton and getting rid of all the polyester and trying to get the perfect aesthetic physique. And I truly believed that if I just followed the blueprint, that I would become the type of person who could provide for a family, that I could be irresistible to my woman and live a long, healthy, powerful life. And for a while, it really felt like I was winning. I had 2 jobs, woke up at 4 a.m., built a real solid physique. I had the abs, the vascularity, the definition. I got promoted at work. My YouTube channel was growing. I was living with the love of my life. But that discipline turned into an obsession. I started removing alcohol, changing my diet, trying carnivore, animal-based, all this bullshit, changing my environment, which, I mean, I guess is all fine. But then I started trying to fix everyone around me too. And that is exactly when the negative spiral started. And looking back, I really think I was just trying to feel like I was enough. Mostly because when I was younger, I never felt cool, masculine, important. Girls would completely ignore me. My friends would talk over me. I thought I was lazy and that my life reflected that. So I became obsessed with fixing it. And when I felt like I was making progress, I projected that same pressure onto the people that I love. I told myself that I was trying to bring them with me. But really, I was just projecting my own insecurities onto them. And that's one of my biggest regrets. And the crash didn't honestly come all at once. It built up slowly through 2024 until May 2025 when everything just came crashing down. I didn't know it at the time, but I've been spiraling for months. I was depressed all the time, anxious nonstop, and kept burning out over and over and over again. And every time I burnt out, I blamed myself, and I told myself that I just wasn't working hard enough. So I worked harder, I trained harder, tried to remove distractions, tried to become more disciplined, and yet nothing ever felt better. And I projected that onto everything, my job, my relationship, even my damn dog, bruh. And I thought that he was anxious and that he needed to be fixed, but it was me the whole time. And the truth is that I had built a good life. I had moved to Raleigh, North Carolina, which is a dope city. I lived with the woman that I loved. I made decent money. I had free time, but I couldn't see any of that because I was so focused on what I didn't have. I was obsessed with this ideal version of me that I hadn't reached yet. And because I hadn't reached it, I felt like I was failing. I felt like I was a loser, that I'd never get out of debt, that I'd never be enough. I feared that my fiance would one day wake up and realize that she could do better, that my kids would grow up addicted to screens, that I'd become some old weak man who would say, just wait till you're my age, sonny. And that fear drove me directly into the ground. So I had to start asking myself real questions, not because I had the self-awareness to, but unfortunately because life eventually forced me to. Was I working out of love or out of fear? Was I chasing someone else's version of success? And was I burning out trying to become a man that I didn't even recognize anymore? And I realized that being Mr. Discipline all the time made me hate myself. I'd pushed away everything that made life feel good. Rest, fun, lightheartedness, connection, all in pursuit of this ideal man who didn't even exist. So moral of the story is you need to step away sometimes. Not from life, but from your obsession with fixing it. So I'm just recording a little something, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? You want to get on camera? Okay. Rest isn't weakness, it's part of the process. You will slip sometimes, but beating yourself up every time you do does not help anything. Why would you want to improve someone who bullies you every time you fall short? Just like the stock market, there will be dips, there will be crashes, but when you zoom out, that line was always trending upwards. You will rebound, you're not broken, and you were never behind. You just needed to zoom out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you got any value out of this video, I would love if you gave it a like. And as always, subscribe for more tips to build a life you love living and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on the next upload. But for now, I'm out.